Although the tariff situation is taking really prime stage here when it comes to moving the markets, we can't forget about the economic data, especially on such an important week that we have this week. It's Tuesday, February 4th, and this is Markets with Megan. This week, we'll get a lot of information on the employment situation. We got data this morning on the JOLTS job openings report. We saw that for December, job openings were much weaker than expected. Actually, even though the November numbers were revised higher, the actual reading came in to the lowest level in 3 months. It was led by, professional business services, healthcare, and financial job openings, and it was below at 7.6 million, below every economist that Bloomberg surveyed except for one. So showing that job openings are weakening. Now let's put that in perspective to the amount of people that are unemployed out there. This is where we can measure the tightness in the labor market, and this is something the Federal Reserve is looking at, because if you have a tight labor market, meaning that there's a lot more jobs out there than there are people looking for jobs, then you can see wages increase, and that's an inflation indicator. So the Fed pays close attention to these data points. So let's look at the quits rate. This is the amount of people that are voluntarily leaving their job. We saw this significantly high after the pandemic, but we're seeing that unchanged now. So this is showing that people are less inclined to quit their job without having other job prospects in line. When you look at the layoffs rate, which is something that the Fed's going to pay close attention to, this is going to take the amount of job openings out there that there are per unemployed Americans. We've seen that this has stayed unchanged for 6 months now at 1.1%. This is below the 10-year average that we had leading up to the pandemic. So this is showing that the employment market's starting to come in better equilibrium. This is what the Fed has wanted to see. He's wanted to see the pace of job openings come down without a significant increase in the unemployment rate. Now, just to put this in perspective, during the peak, we saw this, there were 2 job openings for every 1 person unemployed. So that was a very tight labor market. It's good news for the Fed that we're starting to see this come back into equilibrium. Now, we'll be back this week. There's a lot of stuff going on in the markets, and we realize that the markets are moving very fast. We have the tariff situation. It's delayed.